Following on from a successful pilot, Legal Aid New South Wales has developed an improved version of the online tool for clients to track the status of their grant, the Grants Tracker. The scaled-up Grants Tracker will be launched in August 2020. The online tool tracks a client's application from the time the application is submitted to when a decision is made. The tracker also shows status updates for transfer requests, appeals, and terminations. The idea behind the tracker is that we send clients SMS messages at key times in the application process to update them on their application's progress. The aim is to improve our clients' experience of the grant application process and reduce client stress and uncertainty around not knowing what is happening with their application. We used a client-centered approach to develop the tracker, and we engaged a digital design company, Portable, to work with us. We started by asking clients, how and when would you like Legal Aid New South Wales to communicate with you about your legal aid application? Our clients came up with the idea of a legal aid grants tracker, similar to Australia Post or Domino's Pizza apps, so they could see where their application is up to in real time. We tested a prototype of the tracker with clients to see if they easily understood the content in the tracker. The tracker's process corresponds to the steps in the application process as they experience it. The tracker included answers to the most common questions people ask during the application process. We then ran a pilot of the tracker in 2019. And now the complete tracker is being launched with increased functionality. Clients can now see all stages of their application, including transfers, appeals, and terminations. If clients have multiple applications, they will be able to see information about the status of these applications in one place. People who cannot access the tracker, for example, prisoners, will be able to nominate a third party to receive updates on their behalf. So how does the tracker work? Text messages are sent to the client at key times in the grant application process to update them on their application's progress. The text message has a link to a web page with information on the status of their application. The client will receive a temporary, randomly generated passcode on their mobile phone. The client inputs the code to access the web page. Clients in custody can give their consent to a third party to receive the notifications and updates on their behalf. Clients can now see all stages of their application, including transfers, appeals, and terminations. If they have multiple applications, they will be able to see information about the status of these applications in one place. People who cannot access the tracker, for example, prisoners or people in institutional settings, will be able to nominate a third party to receive updates on their behalf. If a client is in custody and gives their consent to a third party to receive the notifications and updates on their behalf, the third party will receive the text message and link to the web page. Before gaining access to the client's information, the third party is asked whether they agree or not to receive the messages. The third party can also opt out at any time from receiving messages. You play a key role in facilitating your client's access to the grants tracker. Client use of the grants tracker is subject to the client giving their consent to receive SMS messages from Legal Aid New South Wales. You can inform your client about the grants tracker and the option for them to receive updates about the status of their application. You can discuss with your client if it would be appropriate for them to receive SMS messages from Legal Aid New South Wales. And you can record your client's consent to receive SMS messages and updates via the tracker. The consent can be recorded on the legal aid application form and duty form and then in Grants Online. As a guide, some of the issues you may wish to ask clients to think about before they give their consent include, but are not limited to, clients will have SMS messages that identify Legal Aid New South Wales on their mobile phone. Clients will have messages that have information about their application that can be accessed from their mobile phone. Other issues include the client's privacy. Who looks at their mobile phone or can access it and their messages? Are they worried if those people know about their application for legal aid? There may be situations where it will not be appropriate for the client to receive SMS messages from Legal Aid New South Wales or to use the grants tracker. For example, if the client is experiencing domestic violence and does not want their partner to see they have applied for aid and the client's partner has access to their mobile phone. Clients need to provide an answer to question 8 of the new Legal Aid New South Wales application form to sign up to the tracker. This question relates to how Legal Aid New South Wales will communicate with them. If they consent to receive SMS messages, then they will be signed up to the tracker. Question 9 of the form relates to providing the client authority for Legal Aid New South Wales to communicate with a third party on their behalf and provide the third party with information about their grant or application. This is most relevant for clients who are in prison or institutional settings and don't have access to a mobile phone. Information about the grants tracker can be found when you complete the application in Grants Online under the section titled Client Communication Consent. This is also where consent details for clients including third-party consent can be recorded. Application and duty forms can be ordered under the Publications section of the Legal Aid New South Wales website. Our updated forms now include a section to record client consent to receive SMS messages. The Legal Aid New South Wales application form also includes a section to record third-party consent to receive updates. The latest version of the application form can also be downloaded and used as a fillable PDF form from the Legal Aid New South Wales website.